with that hacking cough, we can introduce ourselves. Welcome to the Smoke Break Podcast. It's cold as hell outside. I have a drink. Morgan's having a smoke, and it's been a while. It's the first smoke break of the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2016. Happy accidentally writing 2015 for the first month and a half.
Yeah. Everyone's going to do that. You didn't do it? You're a liar. All right, maybe.
I actually, I've only been having to type in the year, and I haven't slipped up once yet. So, I feel like after seeing that meme of people fucking up, it's just been in my mind, and I just haven't been doing it.
Chinese here already?
Morgan, your Chinese food is here.
That was fast.
Wow. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Drinking over 62 fluid liters. That's like a whole lot. No, we got the 40 ounce. I'm ready for the 60 liter. How come we use some metric shit but not all of it?
That's because
We just took what we want.
basically, if you want to learn metrics, just start selling. If you want to learn the metric system, just start selling drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Far more neat. Yeah. So, how was your New Year's?
It was all right. Nothing special. Spent it with family.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the plans that I had were last minute, so I couldn't get you to tag along.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
My New Year's were weird and special. I went to the Bronx to get to have a little get together with my boy Emor, and also procure some party favors and partake in some party favors. All right, so I'm gonna skip to the ride home because the entire night was really interesting, but I feel like it's something I can't really talk about.
He talking straight lysergic acid diethylamate.
Like, the whole night was interesting, but it's stuff I really can't talk about it because, personal stuff. But I'm going to run through the night, basically what happened.
Wait, I know the personal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I got there, talked to some friends, danced a bit. It's always nice to dance before anyone actually gets there. Impress the people who are already there, so you don't have to do it again. And then they make you do it again later. So anyway, danced a bit,
Baby.
drank some, dropped some acid, danced too hard, sprained my foot, sat down, got the party hype by yelling into a mic a bunch.
What did you yell?
Oh, all types of shit. Because they had a XLR mic attached to a soundboard, and it was attached to the speakers, and the music was also. It's really weird that they had an XLR mic attached to a soundboard, but the DJing was ghetto as fuck. They were DJing straight up off of YouTube. They were bringing up music videos and just lowering the sound and mixing it that way, crossfading one video into another. Emor's girlfriend, I strain to say right now, because of the events that happened that night. I'm not gonna get into it anymore.
Yeah.
Terrible at mixing. She was going into songs hard, fast, and dirty.
Hard, fast, and dirty.
It was like being violently teared from one universe to another. But when Emor got on...
Evicted from song to song.
Yes. But when Emor got on the ones and twos, he was putting the mixes down right. I was like, oh, what?
Very metaphorical ones and twos.
Yeah. Very metaphorical. So, yeah. Then the acid kicked in, and then the filmography of that day got phenomenal.
Cinematography.
The cinematography was great, and the soundtrack was excellent. So skip to the end of the night where I have to go home, and the acid's still happening in my system. The acid and the few shots of Jameson are still happening in my system. And so me and Ema are on the train. He's heading to Brooklyn. I'm heading home to Long Island. And like he rattles off some train names to me. All right, you're gonna get off here. You're gonna get on the blah 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 in the such and such uptown, not downtown, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I get off the train.
Cause Leon not so good with directions.
No, like I'm good with directions when it's something I'm familiar with, but he just threw train names at me. He just threw letters at me, and the door was gonna close soon. I had to make my move.
Yeah, I had to leave.
I just got up, I looked at him, I looked at the door, I looked at him, I looked at the door, and I went out the door.
You gotta go to the L, to the 4, to the 9, downtown. Take the T. Like, what?
Alright, see ya. Okay, see ya. And then I get out, and I'm like, well, I'm on my own. But I have my MP3 player, which has hella good battery life and headphones.
No navigational ability.
So like, as long as I got those and some money in my pocket, I'm good. Yeah. I'll get home eventually.
Some way.
Yeah, it'll happen. So I got on the train, of course, going like the incorrect way.
Oh yeah.
And I felt it in my gut, so I decided to get off at one of the stops like immediately. I was like, I don't think this isn't correct. So I get off, and like I get off at like an eerily like quiet and mostly empty train stop. It was I want to say seventh fucking damn. It was 7th and something or other. It was nowhere near Times Square. It wasn't anything like that. So
yeah.
I'm walking up and down this platform. I see a guy in a suit who kind of looks dead. He's just slumped up against the wall. I'm like, I walk over to look at him. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he just partied too hard. He's not dead, or at least I hope he's not. And I see two like sketchy fellows at the end of the platform.
Sketchy fellows?
Yes. And so
how's one look sketchy? We're like carrying packages with wires.
One of them looked like Jay and Silent Bob did his fusion dance. Like he had the trench coat and the long hair and the hat and the backwards hat. Like
that's a sketchy guy.
He looked like generally a sketchy white dude.
Sketchy white dude.
So they're down there. The supposedly dead man is like, I want to say like
the man trying his best to look, by all appearances,
55
deceased.
Paces away from them. So I walk over, I scan him. I'm like, he's fine. He's probably just partied out. And so I'm waiting for the next train. And the express train across from us, like, books past, and that jolts the dead man to life again. And he's like, he wakes up in a, I gotta go sort of fashion. And so he stumbles his way to the exit, way down at the end of the platform.
As if coming to this train platform like wasn't the plan. Like
probably.
Why did you stumble off to the exit? Like, well, I live a couple blocks from here, but maybe I'll just go underground for a nap.
Yeah, like
trains. Whoa. I don't need a train. I live right upstairs.
Maybe he gave up and decided to call a cab. I don't know.
I'll never get home this way.
Like I decided to like.
Maybe if I go underground where the trains sleep and I go to sleep, one of them will put me in its mouth and take me home. Yeah.
So I followed him all the way down to the exit and he's gone. I was like, okay, I guess he decided to go topside and leave. And like there's like 2 homeless people sleeping down there, whatever. That happens. So I walk all the way back down and I'm just like, Whatever. And I go back like the 50 paces, basically where the dead man was sleeping, and I lean up against the post. So sketchy white dude walks up to me, and he's like, "You're not a cop, are you?"
Why, yes, I am a law enforcement officer. Oh, all right. Good night, officer.
So I assure him and his sidekick, "Gay guy."
Gay guy.
He looked foreign-y and kind of sweet.
Vaguely foreign, sweet man.
Yes. Brown, wavy-haired, sweet man. Sweet question mark.
In his tank.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
So we strike up a conversation. I tell him about my night.
Why do you have to clear it with you that you were a cop first? You guys have had a lot of fun tonight. Time to go to jail.
Yeah, he was like, I had to introduce myself, man. We've been in here. It's like, I forget his name. So, I'll introduce the name I gave him once I get to that point. So anyway, like we're talking. And I'm like, he was like, yeah, fun tonight. It's fucking New Year's, man. I was like, yeah, let me break down my night. And I gave you the breakdown. And once I got to the acid part, he was like, whoa, man, that's crazy. That's like a commitment. All I've been doing was drinking lean all day.
That's a commitment.
It's like acid is kind of a commitment. All I've been doing is drinking lean all day. And I could tell because his eyes were fucking purple. His eyes were mostly closed and purple. So, Lean Man and Sweet Boy, we get on the next train coming.
Some very questionable superheroes.
We get on the next train coming. He lets me listen to some like smooth psychedelic hip hop, and we talk about underground rap for a little while. And he asked me where I'm going, and I'm like, Long Island. He was like, whoa, man, you're not on the right train. I figured as much anyway. He was like, what you want to do is, and then like
Train names.
him and Sweet Boy start having like a back and forth about trains, and he was like, oh, you live on Long, and then Sweet Boy was like, oh, you live on Long Island. My people live there. You want to get off on this stop, and then like the LIRR is right there. Yeah, the LIRR is right there, so you can just get on that and do that there. And he was like, what? And then Lean Man is like, long story short, you're not on the right train. He's like, you're on the wrong train. So you want to get off on the next stop and go the opposite direction. I'm like, thank you. And then before I leave, I'm like, me and mine's never say the wrong way, because if you're on the wrong train going the wrong way, you really fucked up.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. Amongst like me, Leon, Lee, our little group, we have a superstition against saying the wrong way. You can say the incorrect way. No, you're not going the right way. But the wrong way is when, you going the wrong way. Axe murder and alien abduction the wrong way.
You go the wrong way, you end up in Detroit, Brooklyn.
Yeah, you're gone.
You don't want to go there.
You don't say the wrong way. We're very careful to say that. You'll never catch us say like the.
Yeah, which led to my my hypothesis of, if you take acid and you leave the comfort of the inside, you exponentially raise your chances of running into and having to interact with a weirdo.
Yeah.
Because the first time I took acid, we went to the store.
Beautiful dog guy.
Had the interaction with the weird drug man who wanted to know what your dog was, because you dropped the leash in my hand.
Interested in the dog.
He was really interested in the dog.
Creepily so.
Yes. He was like, man, that's a beautiful dog, man. What kind of dog is that, man? I'm uncontrollably laughing. Well, I'm uncontrollably smiling, trying not to uncontrollably laugh.
Me, George, Leah, we took acid one time. We went to the store, and you know how Max will walk with any of us, so we just gave the leash to Leon. He was tripping too, but he just ended up with the leash. So we just like abandoned him. And went
But
in
they
the
were
store.
tripping off of like 3 tabs or like 2, and I only took 1, but it was still a ride.
We just like went inside the store and left him out there with Max. You know, just.
And I
keeping
thought it'd be
guard.
fine. Max is my buddy. I got the we're hanging out. It's cool.
People
and then,
will give you a wide berth.
yeah,
you know.
people go away. I got a giant dog with me, but then this weird white guy, this weird white drug man, walks up to me and he's like, "Oh man, that's a beautiful dog. What kind of dog is it?" I'm just sitting there smiling nervously, loudly sweating without actually sweating.
Loudly sweating.
Without actually sweating. And I looked to Jordan, and Jordan, I heard him say this. I don't know if anyone else heard him say this, but I heard him say, "Oh, you're on your own, man. I'm out of here." And he just hit the corner, and I'm like, "You motherfucker, you can't leave me like this."
You're on your own, man. Just turned the corner and left.
So at least this encounter was a bit more pleasant. At least these weirdos were a bit cooler than, hood drug white people.
Beautiful dog, man.
Beautiful dog man, like, because at least like I had a swagger going on at that night. Like I was at the end of a party. I was like, you know what, I could talk to anybody. And then freaking lean man walked up. I was like, this guy is pretty cool. Whatever, man. Because like, and I forgot to add, like, as I was walking back from following the dead guy, like he pulled his hair out of his hat and like he had the music playing on his phone. He was just headbanging his ass off. I was like, you know what? That guy's all right.
You're not a cop, are you?
So yeah, I take the fantastic journey home. I remembered the stop that he told me to get off on, but I decided to just eschew it because I wanted to, like, I know how to get to freaking Penn Station from Times Square, so I decided to just ride it all the way out to Times Square and just to see, like, the aftermath of the ball dropping.
Yeah.
So I got there probably at like 6 o'clock maybe. No. 5:30 probably. Yeah. Like 5:30 in the morning. Everybody was gone. Like,
Long.
didn't we have this conversation about like real New Yorkers, like if
Leave
they don't
in the first 15 seconds after the ball drop,
or they don't go at all?
Yeah, either they don't go at all or they're gone by 12:01 or
Yeah.
12 o'clock in 48 seconds.
They're
You
kissing
know?
and walking.
Yeah. Real New Yorkers like, yeah, baby, I know that. All right.
Let's get to the train.
Yeah.
Or let's get to a taxi.
Yeah. They're gone.
So yeah, I marvel at the aftermath and how clean it is after the fucking all the garbage and shit was dropped and all
Real
the
New
confetti and
Yorkers
stuff.
are gone before their stupid hats and glasses hit the ground.
Yeah, I see the janitors still doing like the after cleanup. Like everything is like it feels like the janitors that are there are for like the morning shift of regular New York cleanup.
Yeah, the regular guys.
Because when I got there was nothing on the floor. It was like regular New York clean streets.
Yeah, no 2016 or 2015 glasses.
Yeah, no confetti, none of that. Like I got there and then like, mind you, this entire night I still had a sprained foot. So I got to, like something about having this sprained foot felt right though. it felt like like I said, the cinematography was excellent. It felt like I was in some weird indie film. And I was like the main camera guy.
He's the main camera guy.
Like I was like
not even the main character.
Like I was not like there was no real main character in this story. It was just kind of like goings on.
Collection
from
of
this
stories
camera
on New Year's.
Yeah, this bunch of stories on New Year's. So I get there, I look around, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers work fast. And so I hobble my way back to Penn. Because if you can find Times Square, then Penn is just a straight line.
Yeah. Just look.
Yeah. I get there. I wanted to get some food, but I couldn't find any carts that looked like they were prepared with anything that they can give me immediately.
There's always like some really charred like shish kebabs, you know. They always got some meat sitting around.
It looked like this is the New Year's, dude. Like,
Oh yeah, you're right.
They looked like they were preparing for the next day. Like they were cleaning their grills and everything. Like there was nothing up. But there was this one guy like preparing like meat and everything. But there was these two other disgruntled dudes just leaving. Like this motherfucker had his meat. Like that shit is from yesterday. That fucking garbage bullshit. We out of here. I was about to buy from there until they did that, and I was like, you know what? I guess I'm gonna go home hungry. So I followed them. It was like fucking happy nasty ass New Year. I was like, well, that's New York for you. And so yeah, I get down to the train. I wait for the train home. I take it. I finally get back to my car. I get in it. Everything's fucking bright. It cleanly transitioned from me being high to me being too tired.
Like, I'll do that sometimes.
Yeah. So I got home, fucking took a shower. Well, first I went to. It was 8 o'clock by the time. It was like 7:30.
Finally made your way home.
Yeah, it was like 7:30, like close to 8 by the time I got back home.
Like
so
5 hours to get home.
So as I was driving, I was like, "Yo, the fucking stop and go was open." So I stopped there and got myself a bacon, egg, and cheese.
It's a whole new day. People are starting their days.
Yeah.
I hate coming home like from the city or going out. At like I hate like I feel like I'm still respectable if I make it home. If I make it home by 4, either I had either a really really good night or just like it was 4 o'clock. But like 6 o'clock, yeah, I'm okay. But I hate still being seen. In my last night, I was out having fun clothes at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Jersey Saga.
Word. I hate coming home in a nice ass loafers, some nice ass jeans, a button up, a fly jacket, and a fresh haircut at 8:30 in the morning. Although the outfit was fresh last night, now
none of that is fresh anymore.
Yeah, it's
clearly last night's clothes.
Clearly, it just reeks of last night. Like, and then I'm like, it's like 8:30. I'm hungry as hell. Smell like halal cart because anytime I go to the city and get fucked up and then come home late, I eat halal, inevitably, every time. I always find the right cart. That's just never, what happened to you has never happened to me. No matter what hour of the day, if I'm fucked up in the city and I'm trying to go home, like, the halal cart be there. One time, for a long time, it was the same dude. Because I ended up kept going the same route. Like, it was just the same dude. And I'm like, what?
Are you following me?
I was like, are you following me? Nah, you just kind of go the same route. Like, this nigga keeps his truck here. Like, stupid.
Penn Station is still in the same place, and you walk down the same street.
Well, no, like, when I'm walking alone, like, when I'm not with people, I don't always take the, like, like, when I'm with people, I always take the shortest route because, my brain is just straight up, take the shortest route. But when I'm, like, by myself, I take different routes and make little circumventous little circles. But they're usually, like, patterns. I usually go, like, outgoing concentric or ingoing concentric. And then, so I can get a better understanding of, like, the streets in a new neighborhood. I either go, like, outward in looping rings or inward in looping rings.
Yeah. When I'm with someone, I ask them where I need to go, and when I'm by myself, I'm like, well, it's adventure time. Time to fuck up a bunch.
The wild, wacky world of traveling.
Guess I'm moving it.
I'm glad I never sent you for the food run when we was down in Jamaica. Yo, Leon, go down the hill and get some food. We're hungry. Niggas just smacked. And never to be seen again.
Well, in Jamaica, to be honest, it's only like one direction. If you just said go down and take a right, that was it. Like,
yeah, you're right, pretty much. You go down, take a right or a left. That was literally your only choices.
Yep. Now we're like,
you couldn't even go straight.
Yeah. Because as soon as you get down
Ocean,
there, it's
nigga.
water. Unless you want to walk in and grab a salmon, like.
Like that shit, nigga, right or left.
You gotta go straight and left or straight right.
Oh yeah, now that we're on the Jamaica topic, let's talk about the time I got way too smacked.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we never recorded about that one. Boy, howdy.
Yeah. So last year, wait, no, it was 2 years. It was 2 years ago at this point, wasn't it? Wasn't it 04? Or was it 2015?
04? Really, bro?
14.
Yeah, 2014, huh?
Let me just,
Let's see.
We didn't take a fucking trip to Jamaica in high school. No, I didn't. Anyway.
Word. I didn't. Yeah, in high school I did actually. Yeah, but when I went down to Florida with my pops.
So anyway, like
Not important anyway.
it was 2014. I decided my job is full of bullshit, so I quit and took the rest of my money and decided to take a vacation to Jamaica with Morgan. And that was fine. It was pretty fun. I'll do it again.
It is definitely a great place to go on a vacation.
So
Next time, cricket bats.
yes, we got
Not going to mess up this time. Because, it's actually one of the few places on this hemisphere where you can get a real deal cricket bat.
what do you need a cricket bat for in Jamaica?
Cricket.
What? No, what? That's so hot.
Cricket.
You cannot play cricket in Jamaica.
That is one of
Jamaican
the-
people can play cricket in Jamaica.
They love
Have you seen
cricket
them
in
with their
Jamaica.
jackets in the fucking boiling heat?
You saw them poor uniform children getting out of school
With their slacks and their button-ups with long
their
sleeves.
wool dresses and shit. At this point, I feel like the Jamaican school system is just sadistic on purpose. That's not right.
Yeah.
Count, whatever.
So yeah, one particular night, what was his name? Marcel.
Martel.
Our lovely security guard / cook / maintenance man / all around decent guy, Martel.
Suspected murderer.
We don't talk about that.
Glaze over that anyway.
Martel. Yeah, I'm
He's
like
great.
I don't smoke. I don't inhale anything, but I will eat it. So I'm like, get me some space cake. So Martel disappears for half a day, comes back with a slice
That's how everything is obtained in Jamaica. People
of
just
chocolate space cake, of chocolate cake with weed in it, and he before he even goes and gets it, he tells us a humorous anecdote about some girl who ate too much and thought she was gonna die, and
had to be spoon-fed honey
had to be spoon-fed honey.
and held by Martel
Yeah.
until she calmed down and was no longer convinced she would die. Probably shouldn't eat that much space cake.
How much did she eat? Because I don't think I got that far.
Because she was trying to step straight from easy mode to European extreme.
I feel like I did that too, but
You handled it a little bit better.
she must have you know what? Given the weight ratio of men to women, she probably ate as much as I did, but had a worse time.
Yeah. Or who knows, she might have done some stupid crap and just yabammed it like a regular brownie. Thought it was like, yeah, I'm tough.
Yeah. So I ate basically almost.
I mean, you yammed it quite a bit. Like
Yeah.
you ate more than we comfortably. We when we buy one, we'll get one and split it between us and just nibble at it. Cause it's an all day sucker.
Yeah, I ate half a space cake, half a slice of space cake, and
Mind you, this thing is like a chunky brownie. Think
Yes.
like a big, hefty, crudely made brownie.
and it hit me, and I was like, that's not so bad, and then it hit me, and I was like, well.
Well, no, you
This-
gotta explain how you made the beginner's folly of eating some and then
Yes, I made the beginner's folly of eating some,
Not
waiting
waiting,
a half an
yeah,
hour, and then I'm like, well, I should probably eat some more, maybe gotta up the dosage, maybe it'll hit me faster.
and then ate you just at that point that's when you just said fucking ate a bigger piece than you started with,
Yep.
and then just yeah.
And then I just sat back, and that joint punched me right in the face. with schmackitude.
He caught up for all the years he ain't been smoking.
Yep.
He got all that high in one moment.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there staring at a tree, kind of halfway listening to the conversation that him and the other hostile members were having. And Morgan turns to me and is like, "Hey, you all right?" And the only reply, I knew I could have said a number of things, but Morgan being my bro, man's 100 grand's best friend, I gave him the one reply that I knew he'd understand. I picked up my hand, sliced it through the air, and said, "Schmiggity."
It is all I needed to know. Like,
Yep.
the man was finito. Like, he didn't move for a good, long time. Like, we just sat out there smoking, chilling, relaxing on the rocky outcropping.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga Leo was completely sibilant and silent. Just
Basically motionless, staring at a
motionless,
tree.
silent, just looking, just contemplating the universe, completely blank. He slipped into a comatose state till the next day.
There's more to that story before that.
I don't know how you got back to your room. I don't know. I think eventually you went back to bed.
Yes. What happened was, everybody was. I was dreading this part. Everybody was wrapping up the conversation. Like, all right, everybody go to bed. I was like, oh no, I have to pee. I have to get to the bathroom somehow. So I instant transmission, zero shift teleported to the bathroom, step by step.
Get here.
I ended up in the bathroom magically, and I took my piss, and then I was like, oh, okay, now I gotta get to my room. So I tripped, stumbled, slipped, zero shift to my room, and I'm like,
Because in Jamaica, for those who don't know, bathrooms are almost never connected to the home.
yeah, neither are the kitchens.
Yeah.
So I get back to my room, and I'm like, maybe some food will help. And I try to eat a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I don't want this. So I put the food away as best as I could, and I lay down, and I go to sleep. I wake up, and I'm still I take an 8-hour sleep, mind you. Like, a full night has passed.
It's like we woke up the next day, woke by the tropical heat, but early to go.
Because in Jamaica, you don't wake up, the sun wakes you.
Yeah. And it's like you always think you're going to sleep late. Like, I think maybe the latest we got was like a clean 9:30.
And you had a fan, and you had like a ceiling fan and everything. So...
yeah, that doesn't mean dick by 9 o'clock, 9:30.
The sun punches you awake.
9:30, 8 o'clock, you're like fighting it.
By the time the sun is
Boom,
up,
you're gonna be wet.
it's so hot that just trying to still sleep seems stupid.
Yeah. So I get awoken by the sun, only to realize that I am still very high, and also in Vegeta's plus 10 gravity chamber. I am glued to the bed.
We were like, come on, we're going to the ganja field. We're going on a weed tour. We're all like fresh as daisies and shit, me and Jess. Everybody else was everyone was kind of like, because like, you know, as to do in Jamaica, and an island so soaked in rum and booze and weed, you tend to drink and smoke a lot, constantly for no reason. It's all so cheap and available that like you just find yourself drinking far more than you'd ever think about drinking back home in the States.
Yeah, because the drinks have never been a problem for me and Morgan. We're
seasoned drinkers.
Yep.
But I
We know
only
how to
drink like
pace
that on
ourselves.
vacation.
Yeah.
Here stateside, I drink a little bit here and there. But when I'm on
I mean,
vacation,
you used to be wild, but like I guess all those years of I'm gonna take this whole bottle and walk down the street. Like,
yup.
you've learned a few things about yourself, and now you're able to pace yourself a bit better.
And not drink whole bottles of liquor because you don't need to.
So yeah, I wake up in the gravity chamber, and I'm like, okay, didn't expect this. Still very high. And they come knocking on my shed, my room, and he's like, hey, we're going to the wheat fields. You coming? I'm like, give me a minute. And then I'm just laying down. I'm like,
come back like 45 minutes later
I'm
after
still
breakfast.
laying down. I'm like, I think about it. I roll it around in my mind a bit. I'm like, nah, this ordeal is gonna last me a bit longer. I'm not gonna make it. So they come back like 40 minutes later. Like, hey, you ready yet? I'm like, go without me.
He sounded so defeated, like it was something killing him that going out me. I'm not gonna make it. Like it already ravaged him. He gave up. He's just lying at the bottom of the hole at this point. He accepted that it beat him.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna make it.
with the accepted L on my chest, I went back to sleep, and I woke up, still a little buzzy, but not like overwhelmingly high.
Space cake trounces you. It
Yes.
does. Like the many a times when I was down there with a space cake, like it always hits me when I go to sleep. What happens is with me because like I only be eating space cake like I said when I'm down there I be drinking, smoking, and everything. So like by the time I get around to eating some space cake, it's like I eat it after a big meal or something. So like I'm getting ready to go to sleep, cuddle up with Jess and everything. Right when I go to sleep, I'm like, oh man, I'm fucking hot. Sitting there laying in bed, like I'm smacked as hell, and like you're so tired and so smacked, you're just caught.
This new laptop doesn't break. I wish I had a parasol or something. The snow is just trying to come at me.
It's like it's like you're so tired and so high at the same time that like you're just in stasis. Can't really do anything. Can't go to sleep. Can't wake up.
Yeah, and so I kind of make the same mistake getting on the plane back home, because I don't like wasting money, even though weed in Jamaica not that expensive.
Yeah.
But
Not gonna break the bank.
Martell went through the trouble of making getting us these cakes, and I'm damn sure gonna finish what I started.
Yeah, he always makes them.
So I finished the cake before we get on. We can't take them on the plane.
Yeah, we always do that. We did the same thing when we was coming back. The first time it was like we just ate all of the space cake and smoked milk because when we were going back last time we went back in like the middle of the night, so we were just like hanging out with Martell waiting for the van, smoking mad weed, and he was just like we knew we had to get rid of like all of our drugs, so he's just like, here, eat this, here, smoke this. Hang out a while. It's your last night here. We're just trying to load us up for the trip, you know? Like, I took a space cake with me to eat a little on the drive, and it was a long drive through Jamaica's very beautiful countryside. Mm-hmm. And then you get back, and then right before we get on the plane, you know, we just eat all the space cakes. It definitely makes the flight back easier. Boy, I'll tell you what, the flight back from Jamaica, yeah, I'm sorry.
So,
And I feel so bad for Jessica. Our first time coming back, I just gobbled up all the space cakes while she was getting me more food in the airport. When she got back, I ate all of that food too. And then when we got on the plane, I propped her up like an uncomfortable pillow. Well, uncomfortable for her. I was pretty comfortable. It was a very comfortable flight. And I went to sleep for the entire flight. Jess is a
Had the
trooper.
nerve to be upset with me when we got there and broke my luggage bag.
I woke up freaking from my nap. I didn't try to break it. I was trying to move the luggage bag, and it jumped. It was upset with me, honestly. He got upset with me and he jumped and it broke itself.
all right, so being a man who finishes what he starts and not wanting to waste it, I eat the rest of the space cake, and my body was basically ready. It wasn't nearly as hard of an ordeal as it was that night.
Yeah.
But it was still kind of an ordeal because, like, once I ate it, we had plenty of time to settle in. Like, we were walking around and we went to the duty free to get some souvenirs for the trip home. I bought some Blue Mountain coffee from my mother, and I went to the alcohol area to buy some rum cream. And I was looking at the banana rum cream, and I was looking at my sketchy Jamaican bills, and that was pretty short. And I was like, I can only buy one of these. I wanted to buy one for myself and one for the house, but I can only buy one.
Sketchy Jamaican
And that's
breakfast.
when the freaking cake started hitting. Like as I was comparing the money to the bottle, I started hearing like soap opera sad music in my head. I was like, no, I can only buy one bottle, which means I have to share it with the house. I hope they're happy.
Yeah, I hope they're happy.
And I'm like, oh no, the cake's kicking in. And like,
Boom.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And so I grabbed the one bottle and I paid for it. It was Singstrom, like Sangster banana cream rum, which is fucking delicious. And I they're actually like selling Singsters like cream out here now.
Yeah, there's a couple places that have it. Not too many, but a couple.
Because I went to my boy Miguel's house and he had it.
Yeah, a couple places have it, like hoity-toity, like specialty liquor stores. The liquor store you go to because you know they got everything.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they can find it for you.
So yeah, we're waiting for our plane and it's getting harder and harder. I'm like, I just want to sit down on the plane and sleep, please. I'm like, we get to our like waiting destination for our plane and I get to sit down and I'm like, just a little longer. Just hold out a little longer. You'll get a seat. You'll get to sleep. So the plane gets up. I reluctantly stagger to my feet like a boxer, like at the last rounds, trying to hold off. Just I got knocked down, but I can't give up.
Space Cakes defeated Leon this trip.
No, and not during the plane flight. It didn't defeat me during the plane flight. I fought it off that time.
I fought it off. I tried. I fought it off.
Yeah. I got up, got on the plane. I was like, yes, victory. And I slept the entire flight.
That's what happens. An entire flight. That flight back is so quick.
Yep.
Yeah, man, you fall right asleep. And like the flight there blows because you got to fill out paperwork. And you're like, hurry up.
I still have paperwork at my house.
Yeah, it's like the ride there. You're just like, oh my God, I'm fucking hungry. I want the food. I want the food. Because I go to Jamaica like at least 80% of my trip is to go to eat. I love food. So I'm going to get smacked and eat. And then eat. And then get smacked. And then, you know.
Drink, eat, get smacked. Eat, drink, get smacked.
Yeah.
So
and just
yeah,
stare at the scenic beautifulness while I eat.
most of our trip was eating, drinking, getting smacked, talking to the people at our hostel because we had a regular League of Nations there.
Yeah.
And watching Parasite.
Yep, pretty much. That's pretty much the gist of the trip. Like sometimes when we go, we do like stuff. We just did some stuff, but sometimes you go.
They can't hear you from there.
They cannot hear you.
That wasn't the entire trip. We went
Well,
to the water.
They still can't hear you from
Yeah.
there.
You gotta come here. You gotta come here. Yeah, we did stuff during the trip.
We did stuff during the trip. I mean, if we were just talking about the drugs, then yeah, it was a trip on its own.
Yeah.
That was, you know.
No, but I mean sometimes we do stuff like
Yeah, we went
lots
to
of
the
stuff.
beach.
Yeah, but sometimes we just go and relax.
We sit, talk to the locals, talk to the people who decide to stop at the same hostel and drink and enjoy the local foliage with them.
Way different sounds.
Yeah, it's nice to just enjoy the different sounds, different smells, tastes.
That one bug that sounds like a fucking proximity mine.
Yeah.
Those giant fucking cockroaches.
That one go down like my bananas.
Yeah. The first time we went, damn, I wish we recorded it. This angry ass Rasta man was sitting in the field yelling at a goat for eating his banana. Like the futility of it all and like the longness and thoroughness of it. Oh, damn God, it ate my banana. And I'm God come in my field and eat my banana again. Oh, yeah, shut your damn God. Like the way he was just like berating and bandying on against this goat for just this.
He knew it was futile, but it was the only thing that was keeping him going for the day.
It had to be, because like he was just incensed at these goats.
And the sound of the fucking Aggie hitting the tin roof of that of the wedding area.
You mean fucking bad children walking on your roof? What the fuck is that like? Bong, 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 bong. And the chickens that fly up on your roof too?
It's fucking roosters that assist the sun in waking you up in the morning.
You know, it ruins the picturesqueness when it's 18 fucking roosters doing it completely off sync at random intervals for about an hour before the sun comes up and an hour after.
They go hard. They sound like they go hard. They go until their voice get hoarse. Like some of them sound like
they're all competing to be the TV rooster.
Some of them sound like they needed lozenges. Like it was, he sounded like he sounded like that was his last year.
We're like, guys, everyone's awake, okay? Everyone on the island is awake now. Please,
they are walking around. That guy has a cup of coffee.
Everyone's doing stuff. Everyone's here doing stuff now.
Everyone's at school and work. No one's sleeping in right now. If the sun didn't wake them up, then you did.
It ain't too much sleeping in Jamaica. You better have some serious AC and like noise blockers and everything.
You gotta be a serious like drug dealer.
Yeah, you really trapping, living the trap life if you sleeping in.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't get past like 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Even motherfuckers who live there, them niggas be up with the damn sun. It's like I said, that sun wake you the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ain't no reason to be in bed. Just the act of getting out of bed make you want a cold beer.
Yeah.
And with everyone and their funny money liquor licenses, it's easy to get one.
Jamaica was a weird place. It's the only place where you can get fucking pizza made by Germans in Jamaica.
In a fake Art Deco castle.
In a fake Art Deco castle.
It's
still,
good food, but I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I'm not ready
pizza.
to call it pizza.
Yeah, it's a good food source.
Yeah,
of things to put in your mouth. Like
there's some sauce and cheese on that bread.
It's a definitely good sauce, tomato sauce, cheese, bread, confection. But pizza,
because it's not even like conventional shape either.
It's not conventional shape. It's just kind of like freestyle.
Yeah.
They just kind of like, it's not like a square, it's not like a circle. They just kind of like wad out the dough. It's made by Germans, first of all. So like the sauce tastes different. I don't know. Maybe they're sneaking sauerkraut in there somehow. I don't know. The toppings all have a certain difference in taste to them because it's an island. It's Jamaica, and certain resources they don't have, and things are different and funny.
You have to swap out certain sauces for other sauces.
And like the thing too, the water is different. So the
which
pizza,
is why Red Stripe tastes better over there.
But the thing is that Jamaican water don't quite agree right with pizza dough. Something about
that way.
Something about minerals. Something about the way pizza dough is. There's a certain mineral in Jamaica's water that pretty much you're not getting rid of. That it don't let the pizza. It keeps the pizza dough lumpy.
Yeah, it doesn't really rise
properly
all the way.
Yeah. So apparently, I don't know, there's something up with the water. So the pizza's kind of lumpy and strange, but it's good. But again, as good as pizza.
We hesitate to call it pizza.
It's a good thing. Like I said, made by unfriendly Germans in Jamaica in a fake Art Deco castle. And then, of course, you have Jamaican Chinese food cooked by Jamaican people. I guess there are Chinese people there, too, because there's lots of Chinese people in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Wang's Chinese Deli and all. Gotta go down to Wang's. But, yeah, the Jamaican Chinese food, I don't know what to call that either. Yeah. The chicken tasted good.
We'll just
all
go
the chicken in Jamaica tastes good.
with the hipster dialect and just call it fusion.
Nah, my nigga, it wasn't like it was. If anything, it was an abrupt fusion. Like
it was hood fusion.
Yeah,
because it was regular hood Chinese food, but with like Jamaican ingredients.
That was the funny thing about it. Is
and
like
Jamaican sauces.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing about it. Is it's like it's a copy of a copy of a copy. Like it's all wrong. Like this is not Chinese food. This is not American Chinese food. what is this doing in Jamaica? Like everything about it is just like, I guess that just goes to show you Chinese restaurants are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like they,
And industrious people, they.
yeah. I think we should go inside.
Yeah.
Cold. Yes, I'm going to eat it and pee.
Speaking of Chinese food, they gotta eat. They gotta eat. I might mooch. We've done a clean 50 minutes, so yeah. This makes a good, nice, long smoke break. So I'm gonna call it here. See you next time. Hopefully we'll find a nice, more comfortable area. I suggested we do it in our car, in my car, but you know, we had to do it the hard way. I had enough alcohol to keep me warm, and I suppose the smokes kept them warm. But yeah, fucking put it out and go inside. See you later.